Twitch basically started live streaming, but currently the platform has three major issues that will kill it if they continue to not be fixed. Number one, terrible enforcement of bans and other punishments, as well as general uneven treatment of female streamers versus male streamers. It has become a running joke in the community that Twitch enforces its rules less strict on female streamers, and that the entire mod team is full of neckbeards keyboard warrioring for their favorite e-girl, which honestly is giving Twitch way too much credit. Its mod team is full of deers. Male streamers face harsher punishments for the same offenses, and I use that term very lightly here, whereas the female streamers often can get away with a lot more. Now, I don't actually think Twitch mods have a massive crush on all the female streamers. I simply think they know that female streamers have a much more loyal and dedicated and usually more terrifying fan base over their male counterparts, which means they probably get more donations more frequently, which would lead to Twitch, wanting to actually protect them more and not ban them off, although I have absolutely no data to support that. There's absolutely tons of examples of female streamers getting away with a lot more than the male streamers, but I'll just give some of the most extreme examples. Hot tub streamers, not like the existence of them that's the problem. It's the fact that Twitch made a specific category for them, which gives a lot of credence to that genre. Now, it's not the existence of these that's really the problem, like I said. Twitch is a platform, not a publisher, and diversifying the content on said platform is never really going to be a bad idea, but the issue is male streamers often get banned for simply having lewd photos on a monitor or something, or getting banned for much more trivial stuff, like when Critical terrorized the entirety of Twitch with a thumbnail he had of him between two Moby Huges. If you don't know what that is, I can't tell or show you, just look it up. Turn off your safe search, but it would show up in the recommended of a lot of streamers, and they would get banned for it being there for even a fraction of a second, or while they read something and didn't even notice it, not even watching the video. Now, moving away from the more scandalous topics, a male streamer accidentally discharged a gun while drunk, which again was insanely stupid, but whatever, and he was banned for it, which fair enough, I guess. But a female streamer did threaten multiple members of Twitch staff and also threatened to go all bang bang on the Twitch headquarters and wasn't punished for it like at all, which kind of see the problem here. Oh, and there was that one time that a female streamer, I don't remember her name, but she got her guts rearranged on a stream, but the guy was off camera. But moving on, not the point. It isn't just the uneven policy enforcement between men and women, though. Another huge issue with their policy implementation is that they enforce rules that don't need to be enforced or under-enforce rules that should be enforced. Bans are also entirely meaningless. Unlike YouTube, for example, where bans are insanely rare and almost always permanent, which bans huge streamers regularly, sometimes for 2 hours, 2 weeks, a month, 90 days, etc. Just random increments of time that never really seem to correspond with their offense. All of these above things have led to a general mistrust between the community and the mod team at large, but on to reason 2. Absolutely horrendous, terrible monetization and ad distribution. The very, very, very top percentage of Twitch streamers make tons and tons of money. I'm talking literal millions, whereas everybody else makes literally absolutely nothing, or like $40. There is no middle ground, which leads to the platform being ungodly top heavy, but don't worry, we'll get there. Twitch streamers are signed to demanding contracts where they must stream a certain number of hours a month and get paid based on that. Usually this amount is around the same as 40 hours a week, which would be a full-time job. The difference here is Twitch doesn't acknowledge the streamers as employees, using the oh-so-too prevalent independent contractor loophole. So they are working the same amount as a full-time job, but get no benefits. They don't get healthcare, no PTO, literally nothing. Twitch also gives them almost no money from the ads that run on their streams, despite having the need to run a certain amount of ads literally written into their contracts. They've also recently taken away the 70-30 rev split. Only streamers who are grandfathered in will be able to have that deal, meaning older streamers who have been there for longer are literally going to be making more money and have a lot more of an incentive to stay. Now on to reason 3, and the final reason. Lack of discoverability and of how top-heavy the platform is, like I said. Twitch might be the most top-heavy platform out there, period. Growing organically just using Twitch alone is literally impossible, creating the need to use YouTube or TikTok to cross-promote streams, which is already taking them out of the Twitch ecosystem. I also mentioned earlier how the amount of ads is an issue, and this is where I'll get into that further. Every time you click on a stream, no matter how long you watch the stream or how many streams you clicked on before then, you will be served an ad every single time. From my experience, those ads aren't skippable. And this plays into the bad discoverability, as shopping around for a new streamer is not really possible. That means you will have to watch a minute-long ad you can't skip every time. And once you're in the stream, if that streamer is partnered, you'll have to watch ads during the stream as well. Compare this to YouTube. YouTube has an algorithm in place that will know when you have last watched an ad, and they won't serve you another ad for X amount of time before you see another one, which greatly improves the viewer experience. Twitch isn't the only dog in the yard in live streaming anymore. They have competition, really, really strong competition, and they really need to acknowledge that and better their own platform through that, because failure to do so is going to lead to the inevitable downfall of the platform as a whole.